Welcome to the awesome Pet Pros over here. We've got three of us here today to talk about different things when it comes to the dog training industry. So starting over here to the left.
Hello, Chrissy Joy, dog trainer of all sorts and types, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Woot! Hello, Jamie Popper, professional dog trainer, dog lover of all kinds, and we've got some really fun stuff that we're going to be talking about while we're here today.
And I'm Trevor Smith from the Doggie Dojo, and what we're going to be doing is doing this live stream. This is live. I know it sounds crazy.
We're live.
We're actually streaming to two different
Global
places
Pet Expo.
at Global Pet Expo.
Yes.
So if you guys want to comment down below, comment, and hopefully we'll see your comments because we're doing some pretty fancy stuff.
I know. So hopefully we can see what you guys are like. Kind of say hi. Like just join the chat. We're here to kind of, we have one more day left.
Yes.
But we're here to kind of decompress a little bit and kind of just talk to you guys and
talk dogs.
Sounds so great.
Three trainers in a room, and
it's
good stuff are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. So,
can we get like some thumbs up or anything if people can hear us, or hearts or stars or like anything?
Make sure. Let us know. Please comment down below. There's 7 of you I can see right now watching us live.
7. Whoop whoop.
So
let's do it.
If you guys are here, please let us know you can hear us, and we're not just like
talking to ourselves.
I guess
either way, we're just going to chat. We're really good at that.
Right?
Trevor and I nonstop talk all day.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
So, all right, guys. To start us off, Jamie, we were going to talk about the fact that maybe some interesting things you may not know about us.
Let's do that.
Some secret stuff.
And then let's also talk a little bit about Global in itself, because I am overwhelmed by this event.
This is a huge event.
This is a huge event.
It's huge. 16 football fields.
16 football fields.
Holy mackerel. I've heard like 7 miles of booths that are like walking through everything.
And so
it's impossible to get through everything.
We started at booth 400, which I think is the first booth that you can start. And we were like, we are going to do the entire expo. And I think it took us 4 hours to go like 3 aisles.
Right.
Because we could not get through all of the amazing things. And people, everyone wants to talk to you. It's a great event.
I know. I've been to a lot of different expos. This is probably my favorite so far because everybody's just so friendly and it's so open. I think everyone is very professional here. So.
It is. It's like a massive jump for the pet industry, and everyone's here to kind of be proud of what they offer. And that includes, Blue Nine's right in on that, which is so exciting. But it's for a dog lover or even a pet lover, holy cow, this is like Christmas.
So to give like kind of a background of like what Global Pet Expo is, or like as a trade show as a whole, it's a trade show for pet products, all kinds of pet products, from dog products. There's a huge aquatic section as well, cat section, boutique, all natural pet. There's so many different things that are here. And so it's a great spot for any pet product company to come and show their products to the people that are going to be here. And so as far as attendees goes, it's going to be press. It's also buyers, so independent pet retail stores that are coming here to look for new products to carry in their stores, and then industry guests, distribution channels, all of that stuff. So you guys are getting to walk the show floor, see all of the new products that are out there, and then we get to talk to all of our current and new customers too. So
and we are here doing demos with our dogs, so we get to do like trick demos and kind of show off some of the skills that Jade, the Border Collie, and Beasley Woodby on my end can offer, and it's been so much fun to kind of show off. But we've seen, oh my gosh, who's here? Dr. Pole's here. I think Cesar Milan's here.
Brandon McMillan.
Jordy Rossi. And I've seen macaws. I've seen fish. I've seen puppies. I mean, this is a full-on animal experience.
There is a lot here. So actually that kind of leads me into one of the topics or questions that I wanted to talk about here. And that is, like, what is one training concept that you focus on? And so I think, like, sharing that with our viewers, we all have demo dogs here. All of our dogs are performing, displaying different training concepts that we think are important, that sort of thing. And so not every dog can be a demo dog. Not every dog can handle this kind of environment, and I think that there are some really specific things that we have to train our dogs in order to be able to tolerate this kind of environment. So I'd love to go around the table and talk a little bit about if you had just one training concept, whether it was a concept of being able to do behaviors at a distance, or if it was a concept of being overly social and like what you do to get a dog that's overly social, what in all of that kind of concept is really important to you, and maybe share a little bit about how you train it, or what you're looking for there. So who wants to go first?
I'll hit it off because I got it. Cause it's buzzing in my mind.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of set work with TV and film, and with doing that kind of work, the first thing that pops in my mind is working your dog from a distance.
Okay.
It's so important. But if I just said, well, impulse control, that's my main training concept, that's way too vague in general. So where I would like to focus on is impulse control with distractions, and then adding distance when you're ready. Mm-hmm. So that's really big for demo dogs. That's really big for, just taking a walk outside your own home. Mm-hmm. But so that's the most important thing to me, because I can't survive in a set environment, in a live demo, workshops, performances, if my dog has not enough impulse control to do what he needs to do from a distance with lots of distraction going around, because we know that's it. So, how do you train that, right? So how would you break that down? So in a nutshell, what I would do is, of course, you don't want to flood the gates with the distraction element, but if you can do things far away from the distraction, have small bits of success, and then close your gap to whatever that distraction is and keep it, again, very short and positive, I think that's really where you're going to find a lot of success. And bringing your dog to the expos that are accepting public dogs, I say is great, but don't overstimulate them. Make it short, sweet, go back outside, bring it in, and then maybe you can slowly immerse them or find other areas that you can safely work your dog. But I always say break it down. Everyone thinks, well, I really want my dog to be social, and they throw them into these experiences, and then they just have this massive meltdown.
Overwhelmed. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like we have a unique experience with that, because the fact that we have Whitby, I have Jade, and Jade's pretty much my first big demo dog, and so with her we've been working on that a lot in the show. It's just kind of very short, sweet sessions, get her tricks done, and then getting her to be successful. And then, also what we've been doing too, which has been really great, is in between her shows, we've been working on distractions in this environment, like getting her under control a little bit more. So all I'll do is put her into a downstay. Yeah. And then first I use the climb to put her on a stay on a climb. Yep. And then I would throw the toy and make her stay on the climb while the toy is being thrown. Yep. And that helped her, because she actually had a really big deal with Whitby. Whitby's her favorite boy in the world.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, so him playing with Frisbee, come on, she's
really
two of her
hard.
best loves.
It's like the
Frisbee boyfriend.
It's like the Baywatch run.
Yeah.
Well,
Whitby has
motion.
both. Yeah, so Whitby has both the Frisbee and
you.
himself. So she was like, I'm done. I love this guy.
So I would love for you to give an example of a behavior, or why do you have to ask for behaviors at a distance on set? Can you give one example of something that Beasley's done? Sure. Name drop the commercial he's in.
Okay.
Do it.
So Beasley is the national Chewy dog, and also he's doing another one with Whitby that we just filmed last week in Universal Studios.
Oh, so exciting!
So exciting. So you're going to see Beasley's cameo again, and then we've got a really cool collection of dogs that are coming out in the newest commercial.
Neat.
And with that being said, working your dog from an 8-foot distance at least is kind of a must, because you can't be on camera with your dog. If you can, that's great. What the heck, right? Hello. It rarely happens, so you need to be able to consistently work with your dog at a distance, and not just verbal, because sometimes if the actress has something to say, you can't be stay, Fido. They can't hear you. You have to do all silent commands. But before you even try to attempt something like that, building distance with your dog.
Slowly.
And I'm going to name drop a product, Blue 9. We thrive with your climb, because we bring your climb on set, and we can allow our dogs to not only feel safe in that spot.
I love that you just said that. Thrive with the climb. Sorry.
We do.
T-shirt idea.
I feel like that jives. Okay. Go ahead.
And so we teach them that their trailer on set is actually sitting on the climb. It's a safe zone. People don't pet them. It's their safe zone. And so there's a rule there. So if he's on the climb, don't touch him. But also, if we're going to do work in a group, we'll bring climbs, because the raised platform allows the dog to stay there, learn the comfort of distance, and know that's a safe zone in a new environment.
I love it.
That is so massive for us. And then what we'll do is we'll take the legs off, and then we'll take the climb away, and we'll build it down to smaller target marks, all the way down to a penny. So all you have to do is put a penny down,
tiny piece,
and the dog will go to the mark and be able to work from that mark. So I would say, for example, on the last commercial we just did, we were walking down a street, and you had to give your dog to a handler, an actor. Handler, actor. They become handlers. And we had to be 8 feet away. And you have to tell the dog where to go A to B from an 8-foot distance. So it's really paramount for that type of work because I can't tell you how many times they're like, Chrissy, your butt's in the camera. We can't have you there. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm too close. Sorry.
I think that happened a little bit today because I was filming our demo.
It happens
and I was
all
like,
the time. I'm like,
Skirt over and get your
so, you know, being also aware of your surroundings is so important. So getting myself back in a way is the best for everybody.
So I would love to hear from you, Trevor.
Yeah.
I've got something I want to share too, but would love to hear from you. What is like one training concept that you feel is so important in the relationship that you have with your dog, whether it's for agility or a pet dog, or you know, as you like start doing more and more demos and stuff like that?
I would say, like, just off the top of my head, play. Like, just like
Play.
the dog having fun with you is important, and understanding what your dog's reinforcers are on all levels, not just treats, but toys and touch and verbal praise. Like, it's super, super important. And also rewarding for it, you know, and one of the biggest things I think people struggle with these high distraction environments is they don't have something the dog has equal in value when it comes to play. So, for instance, like, you know, with Jade, with Whitby, like we're talking about that, you know, for her, she can either sit there and stay and get nothing, or break her stay and go have fun with Whitby and the Frisbee, right? So when she does stay, it's incredibly important for me to match that reward and to play with her and to have engagement with her.
Yeah.
Because then if she stays, she still gets to play, and not only does she get to play, she gets to play with her best buddy, hopefully, which is me, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Whitby's fun, but, you know, I should be
You
the
should
most
be the best
rewarded.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I want to add a little to that if I can. I learned something in the past 48 hours of spending time with Trisha from Get Potential. She's an incredible talent agent, but she works cats, which is so cool.
Crazy.
And those cats are, by the way, the little camera jiggle that just happened is because Beasley has sleeping underneath the tripod at the moment. So Beasley, stay.
No snoring. No snoring.
No earthquake here. We're
No
good.
earthquake.
But anyway, I want to say she works cats, and it's something I learned from her that reminded me as a dog trainer. If you ever listen to how she works with her cats, she is the most positive, most, like, her praise, like, it just makes you smile. You feel it when she's just asking something simple from her cat. And it reminds me, and probably all of us here, like, praise more. We get so stuck in just getting the job done, food reward, pat on the head, move on, and we forget the element of, let's make this engaging and fun for them.
Right, and also I would say, you know, that's such a good point, to the fact that we also need to match our reward with the effort too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes dogs work really, really hard on something, and then we go, good dog, and we pat them on the head,
Or
and
slip
that's
them a
it.
treat
and
and,
just one treat, and I go,
Right.
that wasn't
Well, that
worth
wasn't
it.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and
so if you
they
notice
lose
them
their
working
essence.
hard, like, reward with that effort. So, like, have like a really good play time with them. Have like a really exciting treat for them. So, like, Jade loves cheese. So when she works hard, I know she's working hard, she gets her cheese. So, like, I have variable reinforcement. That's what's so cool about reward-based training too, I feel like, is you can have those varieties of rewards. So that's really nice.
I love that. So like matching, so play is so important, but then matching the type of reward or the enthusiasm of the reward with the amount of effort that it takes in order to do something.
Right.
I want to like throw something in there too, as far as like with play. I think that we can build in trigger words too. And so like now we're talking a little bit more like this is kind of another concept, but it builds so well in with play. And that is like if I do like, are you ready? And I don't want to do too much of it because my puppy is in a kennel. But if I'm like, do you want to work? Then he's like, yes, I want to work. And so then, you know, that builds into a little bit of play too.
And we're learning, working together, that we're like, let's find a common
Word.
threading of words. So if we say to the puppies working together, let's get ready for work, or let's go to work, then everybody in the team understands what we're doing. But when it's at the end, when maybe we do allow the free play between the two lovebirds, we just say free, and then bam, it allows them to know, okay, we can totally play and hash it out.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's been good. It's been a really great training experience. I'm
You're
so
not
excited to
kidding.
be here. Like, I mean, like, this is such a great opportunity to be here at Global Pet Expo in general, and just kind of, you know, seeing you guys and having some fun, but then also just being able to, especially with the dog, be able to work in these types of environments. So the recommendations, speaking of something else, like another training concept, is just take those steps with foundational building blocks to get to a point like out here.
Yeah.
Like, don't like take your dog to an expo first time for distraction
Oh,
work. You know,
no.
go to a very empty park, or go to your backyard, even if you have, you know, a nice backyard, and work with your distractions, or even take a bowl of food, put it on the ground in your living room, and ask your dog to do recall past it, or do stays, or do working past it without just gobbling the food right up, or toy, or whatever it may be. Like, you know, work on those distractions and build it up over time. And now, like, that's what we did with Jade too, like I talked about with the Frisbee, right? So, like, Frisbee with Whitby, intense. Like, so we did just Frisbee and Jade working the Frisbee and impulse control game, and that worked wonders. And she like just improved like overnight, just
like
taking
little baby steps.
We did.
So that kind of leads into the training concept that I wanted to talk about, and that is like choice points, giving the dogs choice. So I think that it's so often that we find ourselves just like managing the dog, and so I can put a bowl of food on the floor, and like if I don't want my dog to get it, then I can just put him on leash and move him away, right? And so I'm just managing the dog and preventing the dog from getting to the food bowl.
Right.
But that doesn't train him anything, and the instant he's let off leash, he's just going to go to that food bowl and eat it. So what I really like to do is give the dog a choice point, and we do it in like a training concept kind of way when it comes to like food and all of that. So I'm going to put the food on the floor, and if your choice is to try to steal it, then I'm going to put my hands over top of it and remove your access to the resource. And so now what I'm doing is I'm controlling the resource and not controlling the dog. When the dog makes the correct choice without being told to like move away from the food or whatever, then I can take my hands off of the food bowl and then reward the dog for that correct choice.
Do you reward them from the food bowl, or do you reward them from a different space?
I am happy to reward them from the food bowl.
Got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'll reward them from the food bowl because they've made the choice. I'm going to make the choice to move away from that.
Which is an element of impulse control in itself.
Yes, absolutely. So giving the dog the choice rather than just managing them helps train in that concept of okay, my behavior has an impact on what's going on here. But then the other way that we can use this or transition it, we've got a little friend over there. I don't know if Beasley's going to be...
No,
Beasley's good. This is an expo.
Yes, we are live
Impulse
too.
Control
And so,
101.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lorena and Jason, for commenting on here. We appreciate you guys'
Oh, hey,
comments
Jason.
and questions. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and just to interject, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put some comments down below. If you find any of this content interesting or entertaining, feel free to share it with you guys as well, with your
Fill
followers.
our feed. Ask your questions. We would love to talk to you.
And this conversation is amazing. It's been great.
We're going to be live for quite a few more minutes, so definitely have time to answer questions if you guys share this. Go for it. So once I've trained that like choice point of like, okay, when you choose to walk away from the food, you get the food, you get the thing that you want. From an impulse control standpoint, then the dog also understands that their behavior has an impact on what they're doing. So then I can also do that in another aspect of, for example, putting my dog up on a climb for doing husbandry behaviors or grooming. So he gets up onto the climb, he gets rewards for being up there, and then I start doing whatever the husbandry behavior is going to be, like nail trimming or brushing him. Right. But he has a choice to be up there too. So he can get off of the climb, he can make that choice, and when he does that, he gets rewarded for it too. Right. So that he learns that that's safe in the training process. But what that means is that when he gets off the climb, he needs a break from the nail trim or the brushing and that sort of thing. So the dog starts to learn that they have choices in how they do things as well.
Absolutely.
So giving them the opportunity to make decisions, I think is so powerful. So powerful.
So powerful. I mean, it's easier. There's so many times we take shortcuts in training, and those shortcuts may help us like in the short, and they feel good, but then it's really the reality is when we make those good choices for our dogs' lives, whether it be socialization to train your dog to stay or whatever it may be, we actually take our time and really set up the foundation, set the dog for success, and don't just pull the dog away from the distraction, but give them an opportunity to behave or do what you need them to do, maybe with the distraction a little bit less intense. It's just an incredible opportunity.
Yeah. I've learned a lot recently too, like if your dog is overstimulated by something, like sometimes the answer is not in that moment, oh, well, let me work on it and let me really throw him into it. Because he's overstimulated. So therefore, if the car going by, man, I just need to sit here longer with the cars going by and just treat him. Sometimes that's just you. It's better off to just say, okay, I see we have an issue, and take him either away and keep doing a little bit, or just remove him completely, let him settle, and then readdress it in a new situation.
Yeah,
I think because we're like, well, I need to fix it now. Let's do it now.
Right.
And it's like you can build a house, but if you don't have a foundation, eventually, although you may have shortcuts, those long-term issues you didn't work through are going to start surfacing.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it. So I want to move on since we don't have any questions on here just yet.
We have probably about 2 more minutes, you guys. So make sure to get them in really quick.
Yes. I wanted to transition, and I guess we could go until they turn the lights off.
They're probably going to turn the lights off on us. So
don't get scared.
All right, I want you guys
dark,
to put a bet down at what time you think the lights are going to go off.
So the show typically ends at 6:00.
Okay.
But like maybe it doesn't. Maybe they don't turn the lights off until 6:10. We'll see.
You might get some angry sounds here in a second.
So one of the other things I wanted to touch on, or like kind of like give all of our followers a little opportunity to get to know us.
Oh, boy.
Another like not
We
dog
can't,
related
Jamie.
way.
We can't tell that story, Jamie.
No, geez.
So I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
Is that why y'all were so late out last night?
Oh my goodness. So what is like one unique fact about you, not dog related? I want this, like, I want to know Chrissy Joy. I want to know Trevor Smith. I want you guys
Trevor,
to know.
you go first.
I'll go
Jamie Popper. What did we lose?
I think it was lights. I think it was
okay,
lights.
half the lights went on.
So they're starting to
We got
come
this.
off.
All right,
We're good.
Chrissy, tell me.
Survival, global.
They can't turn it on yet.
Okay, so I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but I started dog training with Beasley. But before that, I was a eventer, a horseback rider, full-time eventing horses and riding horses, and I mucked stalls and trained the babies, and that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. I trained horses.
Lived, eat, and breathe.
That's it. My
horses.
life was horses, and I love. And actually, I take so much of that now, and I apply it to what I know now with dogs. And can't tell you, man. There's so many cool concepts that just completely overlap.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was an eventer, did cross country, dressage, and show jumping, and I was the World Equestrian Games. I was their spokesperson in 2010, so it was really exciting.
That is
Yeah.
really cool. That is really cool.
Little fact.
I think a little
Unique
fact
fact,
about
unique
me, I
fact.
guess, is that I have two big loves in my life, and one of them is probably pretty apparent with all that's happening here. But the first love of my life right now, when it comes to work career and stuff like that, and what I do for my life, is dog training, right? So,
Yeah.
but I also love radio, television, and film, and making videos and doing stuff like that. So, I took a year of my career before I fully committed to dog training to explore, and did an internship with a radio station,
That's
with a TV production station, and a movie production studio, just to kind of feel it out. And like I interned for the studio that actually did like the Wishbone show and stuff like that. So that was really fun.
So
and they worked
neat.
with Disney and things like that. And so it was really cool, you know. And after I got my year and I got my feet wet in there, I realized how much I still love dog training and how much I live for that every single day. So it's just something I stuck with. So that's my little 2 cents.
I love it. Unique fact about me. I was just gonna say like I love cheese and like be like super like.
I know, we were so
super,
deep.
Like, you guys are so deep.
I mean, cheese is pretty amazing.
I love cheese.
I really love cheese too.
So I guess like some of the hobbies that I've like really gotten myself into
pretty
over
artistic.
the past couple of years, I'm doing watercolor. I am taking pottery lessons. I'm taking
You are
horseback riding
so
lessons.
artistic.
Thank you.
Yes.
She is so good.
So pottery and watercolor and horseback riding, and I absolutely love succulents. So when I moved from Florida up to Iowa to work for Blue 9, I like hauled my succulents from Florida up to Iowa, and I will tell you this: they don't survive in the wintertime in Iowa. So you have to bring them in to the house, and like I
should
have
see
a
it.
lot. So I have
see
them
your
underneath
house.
grow
Your-
lights in my basement
does.
because I mean they're. I
Are
don't
those
know.
succulents, Jamie?
Okay, it's not legal there yet.
Not in Iowa yet.
Not in Iowa. It's not.
You got the green lights coming out your window.
So
People
like
drive
Jamie's
by.
house is like such a clean house. You walk in, and everything's like so nice. I'm not saying your basement's bad, but you know, have you ever seen like in Batman like poison ivy?
Oh,
like,
no.
when you
No,
walk
it's
in,
not.
yeah, it's like when you walk downstairs, there's just plants everywhere.
That's
like,
amazing.
But then you like have one side where it's just like this whole like mosaic like art, like all these like little.
She is
watercolor
very
things.
good at her
So-
watercolor. I'm very
Oh,
impressed.
thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Thank you for saying that. So,
Oh,
Guys,
you know
here
what?
go the
Hold on a
lights.
second.
We're dying.
They're
What is
turning.
it? What is it? What time is it? It is literally
6 o'clock. I love
p.m. The lights are going down, but the party's still on.
I just want to say that they're turning
The
the
after
lights
hours.
off, but look at us. We still have
Lights
our
on.
2
Oh, we look
studio lights
fabulous.
on,
Good job.
and our skin tones are
Oh,
magic.
it's so lovely.
Our skin tones are
But you
magic.
can't see the bags under my eyes.
And I love Trevor's like trying to get in on this girl time. He's like,
Oh.
I love you, Trevor. Trevor puts up with so much of our like.
We do so much
You
girl
put
talk.
2 like girls together, and he like totally fits right in.
For 15 minutes, we're like, oh, sorry, Trevor.
Thanks, you guys
Sorry.
are so nice.
Yeah, just over talking. If you guys have enjoyed any part of this live stream, getting to know us a little bit better, I encourage you guys to share this.
Yes.
I think that we talked about some pretty unique training concepts here.
I'm kind of sad that it's over right now.
I know.
I know.
I want to keep going. If you guys are
too.
interested, this is my question here. This is totally I did not talk to these two about this.
Uh-oh.
If you guys are interested in us continuing this journey all together
Now
and doing
you're
like a
gonna loop me in.
podcast or something like that, like, you know, a
Bait and
dog
switch.
training podcast,
Bait and
let us
hook.
know. She's like, no, I'm not
I'm
going to do it.
not-
She's like, I'm not going to do it.
Did anybody?
No.
Facebook, you just witnessed. She was like,
No, because like if we get like 10 people that say yes, we should do a podcast, then it means
Hey,
that
guys.
like I can't say no to that.
Yeah. So
If we get like
or even
100
just
people
like
that
coffee
say
time.
it,
Do you
then,
want like the morning dog show and we literally drink coffee and just talk?
can we do
We can
like
do stuff like
bourbon,
this.
wine, and
yeah.
ginger beer?
I don't know
Energy
what we're
drinks.
doing, but she said bourbon. Right, Jason? You said bourbon. I'm like, I'm good.
Hey,
I'm in.
bourbon.
So yeah, so if you would like to know more about like, you know, what it takes to be a dog trainer and like some of the new industry, dog training industry standards that are coming out and how to navigate this wonderful world of dog training, let us know more in the comments if you'd like to see us come back together because I loved it. It was fun.
It's so much fun.
One of the topics we didn't get to today was like how you got into the dog training
Yeah.
career,
Yes.
or like any changes or shifts that you've made since being
Oh,
in the career.
definitely.
So I don't want to talk. I don't think that we have time to talk about it today. But if anyone's actually interested in my crazy topic, definitely tell
It gives us something for next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do a
Awesome.
bee live or something like that. We'll make it happen.
I know
sounds
we
like
live in
fun.
3 different places,
I know.
but we're never together.
And we want to get more of you guys involved. So like, let's make this a thing. Like,
Yeah.
where we can like you guys ask your
4 people,
questions.
6 people.
And we'll answer
Maybe
them.
we'll do even some giveaways. You never know. We've got
Yes.
tons of
Blue
stuff
Nine,
we can have
Blue
fun
Nine would
with.
love
Yes.
to do that.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
do y'all want free stuff? Then